Hi, I'm Chris Direwalt, and this, gosh darn it, is Power Play. Internet, how you doing? So here's the thing. The Clintons set up a foundation after Bill Clinton left the White House. And it has moved a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, like at least $500 million worth of money, and maybe much more. They say that it funds worthwhile projects, saves lives, prevents childhood obesity, and does all manner of good things. But we now know also that people who had business to do with Hillary Clinton when she was the Secretary of State put a lot of money into it, and a lot of those people who put the money into it got some FaceTime with her. Now, there's been no evidence, no proof of any kind that Hillary Clinton violated the law, but it's gross. So does it matter? Does anybody particularly care? Does it affect the outcome of the election? Who could we ask? Who could we ask? Well, I know we could ask Sean Noble because he's going to say yes. He's a Republican. He is a founding partner, fancy, at D.C. London, but he's Arizonan. He's kind of a big deal. He's a Republican strategist. You can hire him. Taryn Rosenkranz is new to you, but I think you will like her. I do. She is the CEO of New Blue Interactive. That means she's a Democrat. She used to work at the DCCC, and she hopes that Hillary Clinton lives long and prospers. Okay, guys.
She's actually the bigger deal.
Oh, obviously. That goes without saying, Sean. Right. Come on. All right. Taryn, question.
Sure.
Once the Clinton Foundation said that the Clinton Foundation needed to eventually stop accepting foreign contributions, shouldn't they have just said they were going to stop accepting foreign contributions?
Well, I mean, she's not president of the United States right now, and
I
that's
understand.
an unprecedented opportunity. And so I think we need to be clear that as we take that unprecedented step, that yes, that's when they should be stopping.
But why shouldn't you stop? So that would be like if I were to say, people think that I take bribes to get onto this show. I don't do it. But however, there is a box that will remain outside of this door, and anybody that wants to put a rack of ribs or some bacon or anything in it between now and Thursday, you can just put it in. You can still put it in the box, but not after that. Why not just say it's over?
Because you've got a charity that's got an A rating, okay, from the American Institute of Philanthropy and from Charity Watch. It's got an A rating. It gives over $11.5 million in life-saving medicine to people in Africa. Here's the thing. If we just stop today without having the sort of gradualness of what those donations they're depending on, we're actually stopping charitable good from happening. And so I feel strongly it's not the timing until
Sean,
she becomes
president. Why do you want people to die? That's
what I'm saying.
Why do you want to kill children?
That's typically what I wanted to have happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think what's crazy to me is that we're having this discussion now. She should have stopped the foreign contributions when she became Secretary of State. Yeah. This is a conversation that is 7 years too late. And for them to say, oh, well, now just as she's now thinking about the possibility that she's going to be the President of the United States, we'll start to unwind this. I mean, in some ways, it's even more nefarious that she was the Secretary of State and taking these donations from foreign nationals. And given, I mean, like you said, there's no proof of any criminal wrongdoing. But the fact that there are 85, more than half of the people that she had sit-down meetings with, non-governmental people that she had that were donors or their companies donated to her foundation, that is really suspect. If there was any member of Congress that was kind of doing that kind of thing, Taryn would be going crazy.
I know that Kentucky Fried Chicken is delicious, and I know that it's delicious because I've been eating it since I was 5 years old, and I know that every fishing trip I went on with my dad, we got to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that we got to throw the bones in the lake, and that was good. I don't need to eat a lot of Kentucky Fried Chicken today to know that it's still good. One bite tells me it's still good. The problem with the Clintons is you don't need a lot. The things that you're saying make sense, but when you have the track record where you go back to things like Mark Rich and the pardons, and we go back to other points of in history, even going back to Whitewater and stuff like that, where there's this predicate history here with the Clintons of deals that stink and things that look shady from the outside, and now they say, well, this is all on the up and up. You understand why this is a liability, right? Well,
I can see why you're going to go and pursue that when you are the opposition. When you're the opponent, I can see why that's easy.
But we're not talking here about...
They looked at 185 meetings out of 17,000 officials you met, and I want to get back to that 85 number. Yes, you're right. Melinda Gates, you said if any member of Congress, members of Congress have met with Melinda Gates. She's one of the world's top philanthropists. And that is one of those 85 people. And there is no evidence of wrongdoing. I
Well,
can't say that so many million times. So it's like, yes, you're right. Oh, Melinda Gates met with her.
But the other
Gates is not,
but to be fair, the other 84 weren't Colonel Harlan Sanders, right? It wasn't. They weren't all Melinda Gates.
Foreign nationals. I mean, foreign, representatives of foreign governments, the Saudis. You name it. I mean, it's one thing for Bill Clinton to be in the White House renting out the Lincoln bedroom to his Hollywood friends.
It's 90s nostalgia.
Yes. 90s nostalgia. But at this point, we're now going to rent it. So under this scenario, we're going to have another Clinton in the White House, and the Lincoln bedroom's not going to be to Hollywood celebrities. It's going to be to foreign nationals.
Will it matter?
It'll matter. This will become a sticking point, and this is just yet another thing that they've got to contend with. And it's AP. It's not like some right-wing rag.
And you believe this is priced into Hillary Clinton stock? People are her honest and trustworthy. The fact that she's winning the ballot test by so much, and her honest and trustworthy numbers smell like a skunk.
I really believe that the Clinton Foundation, with their A rating, with all the good work they're doing,
I put it on
that. But I put it on the foundation. I think that people are having a harder time.
This is priced into her stock price. The buyers already know that this is part of her, and this is already priced in, so it's not going to have an effect.
I think that they think there's no wrongdoing with this charity.
I don't know that that's what they think, but I know that that's what you think. And thank you guys for coming to tell us what you think.
Thank you.
And you, Internet, you are always telling us what you think, and please keep on doing that. And come back for more Power Play real soon.